Okay, starting off in your child's pose, just get really grounded here. Take some time, your hips resting on your heels. And your knees could be really wide or really narrow or somewhere in between, something comfortable for your body. Should feel nice in your hips and your low back. And in your child's pose, feel free to let your head rest on the ground if it'll come down. And if it doesn't quite come down, you can rest it on your little forearm pillows. Those are nice. But we just want to take a few moments today to ground and to transition. Allow your breath to be really big as you let yourself kind of melt downwards, spreading open your chest to the floor. And just let all the responsibilities and roles of your day roll off your back here. Maybe a moment of gratitude. Just thank yourself here for taking this time, connecting with your body and your mind and your breath. Big inhales, big exhales. Take several more rounds of big breath, filling your lungs completely. And emptying them fully. And you might naturally, just because you're breathing deeply, you might naturally start to cultivate that ujjayi breath, that loud breath in your ear, kind of resonates in your skull. And feel free to cultivate that. It's a very calming breath, grounding you in this moment. Noticing how your body feels today. Maybe 3 more long, slow breaths. Maybe at the top of your inhale, you hold the breath in for just a second or two. And maybe at the very, very bottom of your exhale, having emptied the lungs fully, you pause and hold a second or two. Two more long, slow breaths, just like that. Think of spreading open your rib cage and then compressing it fully. One more, just like that, just warming up all those torso muscles. All right, we use that breath to fire up that core. Go ahead and activate your arms now. Start to reach your hands out and then actively grip the floor with your hands and give it a nice press down so that your upper body is definitely active right now. And then using that active upper body, we're going to walk the hands out to the right. Okay, cultivating a side stretch here. Take them as far as you like. And then ground that forehead. See if you could lift those elbows. Hold and breathe. As you breathe, think of moving your hips away from your hands. Big stretch in the left side. Stretching open that back. Okay, we're going to take it through to the other side. So walk those hands through center and out to the left. Far as you like. Okay, drop that head, lift the elbows. Hips move away from your hands. Feels nice in that back. Send your breath between your ribs. Maybe one more breath. Feels really good in that side. Okay, let's bring it through center here, walking those hands back in. We've been a long time compressed in this little child's pose, so grip the floor with your hands, pull yourself up to hands and knees. Okay, and it'll feel good to decompress these legs here, so tuck your toes, lift your knees and your hips, and we're gonna walk the hands back to the feet and find a nice little fold here. If you want, you can take your feet nice and wide by shimmying them away from each other. We're going to point the toes inward toward each other. Bend the knees a lot and just hang and swing. Should feel really nice on your back to just hang. So imagine yourself just kind of swaying side to side, bending the knees a lot, letting your spine hang down. Okay, shake it out. From here, we're going to shimmy the feet back in toward each other. Walk the hands out, back to hands and knees. Let's get the right leg up in the air. Square off those hips toward the floor and make your upper body nice and strong as well. And let's lift that right knee and start to circle the knee out, okay? Like you're drawing a circle on the floor with your kneecap. So notice we're keeping our right hip nice and stable and level with the left for now. It's like you're trying to hold a dinner plate on your back and you don't want to drop it. Very level. Let's rewind that floor circle with the right knee. Okay, just waking up the hip, waking up the joints, waking up your core and your upper body. Now let's open this circle up. Let's pick up the right hip. Now it's like you're drawing the circle on the right wall. Okay, the nearest right wall to you, to the right, big circle with that kneecap. Okay, rewind the big circle. Should feel nice to move that hip all around. Okay, next time you bring that right knee forward, go ahead and bring it close to your right elbow. See if you could scooch it up and in toward the armpit. Nice little moment of challenge for your upper body there. And then we're going to swing the right knee around here. Point that right toe at the back of your head and extend or arch your spine, okay? And of course, your toe won't touch your head unless you're a circus performer, but imagine that you could. And then again, tuck your chin, round your spine, pull the right knee to the right elbow. You can really stretch out your back like you're doing a cat pose. Feel the cat pose here? Now let's try to move and breathe between these two postures, a tiny vinyasa. Okay, inhaling here, pull your spine forward like a cow pose, toe towards your head. Exhale, flex and round your spine, cat pose, knee to elbow. Tuck that chin. Again, inhale, cow with this little tail. Exhale, cat with the knee. Let's do 3 more like that, building warmth, building fluidity in the joints and the limbs. 2 more. Last one, okay? Last one. And now tuck that knee up and in, that right knee. See if you could really, really, really tuck it in, okay? And then maybe we come and bend the left knee and point that left toe up at the sky, activating that left hamstring, maybe balancing and reaching forward with that left hand. Little balancy, but try it maybe with the fingers down, fingers up. Hold and breathe. Balancing and lifting for 3. Challenge yourself for 2. And let it go on 1. Okay, knees down, hands down. Tuck your toes here. We'll get off your hands and knees for a bit. Lift your hips and your knees and walk your hands back to your feet. Again, bend the knees, take the feet really nice and wide. Turn the toes inward and just hang. This time, maybe grabbing your elbows with opposite hands and swinging and swaying. Stretching out those legs, letting that upper body relax. Okay, as you're ready, coming back down to the floor, and we'll do the other side. So walking your hands back forward, find hands and knees, and start to set up a level hip and shoulder here for now, okay? Both hips pointing down. We have the left knee hovering, and we're gonna start to draw circles on the floor, projecting little circles on the floor with that left kneecap. So it is hovering off the floor. It's like you have a little paintbrush on your kneecap. So we're doing our best to keep the back and shoulders very stable. Okay, so already starting to feel your upper body really strong, pushing the floor. Rewind your hip circles, your floor circles. Okay, now we want to open this up. We want to pick up the left hip. Now we're drawing the circles on the left wall, whatever wall is to the left. Okay, with that kneecap, big circles. Moving the hip joint, waking up that lower body. Rewind your big circles. Okay, now the hip is warm. Let's scooch that left knee toward the left elbow and kind of hook it in there. Find your shape, okay? Find this cat kind of shape where you're pushing the floor away from you. You're rounding your spine. And you're even tucking your chin as you send that knee, squishing it up towards your armpit if you could. So here's the cat shape, and we're gonna pair it with this cow shape, with this toe pointed at the head. So feel the shape, hold and breathe. It's like you're pulling your heart forward and sending that toe back. So let's pair them using your breath, okay? Exhaling into the cat shape as you push the floor, squinch that knee up. Inhaling into the cow shape as you pull your heart forward. Okay, keep breathing, moving that spine. Inhale, big chest. Exhale, puff open your back here. How about 3 more? Okay, really some nice warmth building in that whole back. 2 more. Last one, pulling that heart forward. Last time, pulling that knee in. Now hold it here. We're gonna challenge your core and your upper body and everything a little bit. Tuck that left knee up. Tuck that chin, maybe also balancing on the right kneecap. So engaging that right hamstring. Spread the left fingers wide. Maybe come up on the right fingertips. Maybe reach them forward. Playing with balance. The floor is right there, so we can be brave. Okay, 3, 2, and let it go. 1. Hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees and your hips and take a fold moment. Again, feet wide. Bend those knees. This time, because the upper body is quite warm, we might take the hands behind the back. Okay, make your neck really long here and think of moving your elbows away from you. Hold and breathe. Big stretch for your shoulders. Try to keep the elbows a little bit bendy here, like your hands are coming towards you, but your elbows are moving away. Nice breath. 1 more breath into that big shoulder stretch. We maybe have a little leg stretchiness going on here too. And then release your hands back to the floor. Okay. Wow, what a great stretch. Okay, come forward here, back to hands and knees. Okay. And we want to maybe do a little wrist stretching here because I've had you on your hands for quite a while. So flip your hands over so the palm is facing up. The fingers point back at you. And you can just do 1 hand rolling on top of the hand. If 2 hands is good, try 2. Okay, if it's too much, just Just do one, obviously. Take care of yourself. Okay, but we want to roll out all the parts of the top of the hand. Take your time. Okay, how often do we really do wrist and hand care? Our hands work hard. And we want to flip the palm down, fingers pointing back at you. And then again, think of peeling the hands off the floor and then carefully putting them down. We want to open up all that tissue, make your hands happy. All right, bringing it back to a normal hand position, okay? Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and find a downward facing dog here. Walk it out in your down dog. Okay, feeling some nice, hopefully some warmth in the arms and legs. We've worked a little bit, so we have warmth. But feel free to keep your knees really bent in a downward facing dog, okay? And of course, as we start to revisit it, it should open up a little bit more every time. But let's flow a little bit, okay? So from your downward facing dog, with your inhale, we're just gonna swing that right leg up into the sky, okay? Think of the heel going up, but the toes still point down. So the hips are nice and level. Okay, exhale here, bring that right knee forward, and we wanna hover it by the right elbow. And of course, we can do this with the knee down, just like we did before. Remember that move, okay? So let's try that again. Inhale, three-leg dog, right leg in the sky. Exhale, hook the knee forward. This time, see if you can hook it all the way up to your chin. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, right leg up in the sky, hips level. Exhale, right knee, see if you could bring it to the left elbow, all the way to the left elbow, or close with the knee down perhaps. Okay, once more, inhale here, the right leg up in the sky. Exhale here, swing that right foot forward and pause. We're gonna try to drop the right foot outside the right hand. But we can drop the back knee, coming into a nice little low lunge here. Maybe come up on your fingertips and just find your comfy lunge, okay? Some folks need to grab something to pad that back knee here. So you always feel free to take care of that back knee. Make sure the front knee is over the ankle. It's like a column in the lower leg, okay? And then activate your legs before you even come up in your lunge. Press down into your feet and get your knees as if they could snap toward each other. I like to think of scissors want to snap back together. Imagine your knees would do that. So once you're comfortable and you're engaged in your lower body, then press yourself up. The right knee can kind of help you as you come on up, and we're going to get those hands up in the air. Okay, just finding a nice little lunge shape, and we'll breathe here. So both feet pressing down, just feeling this shape. We'll be building a flow with our low lunge, so I want it to feel really natural and open. So take some time here breathing. If you want more from your lunge, you can tuck your back toes and lift your back knee, thinking of floating that back kneecap. If you want less, you can do it with your hands on the floor. Okay, so keep your options open. Just finding a little bit of flowing and moving here, okay, as we hold our lunge shape. With your inhale, think of lifting your heart up, 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 up to the sky. And as you exhale, think of dropping your heart here. We're going to sweep the shoulders all the way around, pointing the hands back. And you want to drop that head and point it at the at your mat. So point the top of your head at your mat. And then coming up, push into your legs. Inhale, roll your heart up, arms up, up, up. Big range of motion in the shoulders. Exhale, roll yourself all the way down. Flexed spine. Again, inhale, extend your spine, arms up. Exhale, flex your spine, arms down. Very nice. Okay, moving in that lunge helps to make the legs a little more spicy and active. Go ahead and drop your hands down inside that right foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee if you like. Okay, if you had it down. And then we're gonna get the right leg up in the sky. So take a big breath in, Stretch the right leg up, 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 up. 3-leg dog. Okay, set it down, exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go, shake it off. Okay, we'll do the other side, very similar to that. It should be familiar. Here we go. With your inhale, left leg up in the sky. Think of heel up, toes pointing down. So internally rotating in the hip. Okay, with your exhale, left knee to left elbow. Okay, you could do this with the knee up, the right knee up, or the right knee down. Okay. Inhale, left leg up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, left knee forward. Think of pulling it towards your nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, left leg up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, this time, left knee to the right elbow. So cross it under yourself. Give yourself a little pause here. And inhale, left leg up, 3-leg dog. Okay, with your exhale, step that left foot forward to a lunge. Do it outside the hand, okay? And drop that back knee. Okay, come up on your fingertips here, find your lunge. Both legs pressing down actively against the earth. Finding your relationship to gravity here. And then once you've activated those legs, then it's more ideal and stable to come up. So always get your base first. Okay, remember you can always come down with your fingers if you need a break. You can even use the left leg for support if you get tired and need a little break. But we're gonna get the arms up if we can get them up. Okay, think of the arms going up, but the shoulder blades staying down to leave room for your long neck, okay? And then we'll start to move in this posture. So big breath in, lifting your heart, extending your spine. With your exhale, flex and round your spine all the way down. Arms sweep back, head points at the earth. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll the spine up. Think of unfurling it like a fern. Exhale, roll it all the way down. Keep those legs really strong. Again, roll it up. Find that breathing. Find that rhythm that suits you best. And exhale down. Last time. All right, finding some movement in that lunge. Go ahead and let it go. Drop your hands under your shoulders and we'll come out through a 3-leg dog. So inhaling here, left leg up in the sky, send it high. And exhale, downward facing dog, all feet down, back to center, okay? We'll take a little movement before we add on to that flow, just to kind of cleanse your palate. So here's a little back extension time. Inhale here, pull that heart forward and just find a momentary plank. Okay, with your exhale, drop your knees, bend your elbows, and pull them in towards your ribs as you lower your heart towards your thumbs. Pause here a moment, okay? Think of extending your spine so that your heart goes down, but you look forward, okay? Let's try that again. So inhale, press yourself back up to a plank with or without your knees down, okay? Both are good. And then exhale, again, bend your elbows, pull them in. Drop that heart towards your thumbs and look forward. Let's try it a few more times. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, knees down, heart low, look forward. Try it maybe 3 more times. Maybe try doing the whole thing with your knees up, okay? See if you could lower your heart without the knees dropping. Inhale, plank. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, drop that heart. Nice. Now let it go here. It's going to feel nice just to let go. Drop your forehead to the floor. Let your arms relax for a moment. Okay, just playing around with some back extensions here. I warmed up your upper body nicely. So grab the floor with your hands underneath your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in, press the tops of your feet down. And with your inhale, think of pulling the heart up and open to a cobra shape. Okay, exhale and set it down. We'll try a couple more like that. Inhale, pull up. Feel that your heart wants to pull forward. Exhale, set it down. One more. Inhale, pull the heart up and open. Now hold it right there. Okay, keep that facing forward feeling of your sternum, but keep a long neck, especially in the back. So a little tuck in the chin. And then maybe you float your hands, okay? Only if it's good. If it's bad, it doesn't feel right, touch the floor, okay? Okay, maybe you'd like to lift your legs too. Hold in and breathing in your back extension shape. Okay, now you could come down to the floor if you need a break. You can stay here if this is a fine challenge and you want to stick with it. Or if you'd like to move, you could inhale here, reach your hands out away from you. So you're being a long shape. And with your exhale, swim your hands together behind you. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach the arms out long, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, swim them back. One more, inhale, reach. Exhale, swim it back. Nice, drop your hands under your shoulders here if they were up. Tuck your toes. I'll meet you in a downward facing dog. Come on up, walk it out, and shake it off. Take some breaths in downward facing dog, just pushing the floor away with your hands and feet. Think about trying to sail your heart back between your knees. Maybe close your eyes. Just feel where you are. Okay, in down dog, you can think of that gentle squeeze between your elbows, okay? That keeps the back of the neck really long, the shoulder blades sliding away from the ears. So feel free to always check in with that long neck in a down dog. Okay, we're gonna add on to our lunging flow. Here goes. Inhale here, right leg up in the sky, hips level. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, tuck it as high as you like. Inhale, right leg back. Now you could do all this with the left knee down, okay? Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. Exhale, knee to your nose, tuck it as high as you like. Back knee up or down. Inhale, three leg dog, stick it up in there. Nice. One more on the left. So exhale, right knee to left elbow, tuck it as high as you like. Inhale, right leg in the sky, three leg dog. Just like before, exhale, step the right foot to a lunge outside the right hand. Okay. Back knee can be up or down. It's your choice here, your choice. Okay, with your inhale, press yourself up to a lunge. We're gonna send the heart up, send the hands up. Okay, and then exhale here, all those hands down underneath your shoulders. Okay, back knee up or down. Okay, you decide. We're gonna rock the hips back and forth here. Back and forth, just a little movement. Start to notice if the back of the right leg is feeling tense. You'll notice it here. That right hamstring will pull back. Okay, now really start to flex the right ankle and keep it flexed, dorsiflexed, the toe moving back toward the shin. Okay, and then as you like, if you had the back knee up, go ahead and set it down for now, just for stability. And we're gonna move the hips back one more time and just hold it there. So go ahead and walk your hands back so that your fingers are under your shoulders. And it's very challenging here sometimes to keep the spine really long. It's tempting to kind of round your spine, but do your best. Lengthen your spine, even if you have to bend your right knee. Okay, do you feel how if you bend it, it's so much easier to lengthen the spine? Please prioritize that. We work hard for that, don't we? So we have a flex in the right ankle. We have a flex in the right knee. The hip is pulling back on the right. We imagine the left hip is moving forward. Hold and breathe in your big stretch for the backs of your legs. Now we can play around a little bit with this and start to activate some big strength in the hips to support the low back, okay, to support posture, and just the way that our legs work overall. So here we go. We're going to get into some fun stuff here. Bend the knee a little bit more if you have to, because we're going to do something really, really interesting here. I want you to imagine, even if it doesn't actually happen, I want you to imagine that you could activate the muscles that lift your right leg up and that you could actually lift your leg up off the floor. So even if it doesn't happen, try anyway. You can make your hands closer. You can bend your right knee more. Do what you have to do, but see if you could lift that right leg up off the ground, okay? Feel free to adjust your position to make it work. As you're ready, I want to raise and lower it 3 times with control. Here we go. Take a big breath in, long spine. Okay, with your exhale, lift that right heel up off the floor, hover it, set it down. Take a big breath in, pull back on that right hip. As you exhale, try to lift that foot, hold it. Inhale, kick it down, pull back as you inhale. One last time, exhale, lift it up. Now we're gonna hold this one for 3. Breathe for 2. Let it go on 1. Okay, now settle down, pushing into that front heel. Push down into it and pull back on the hip. Maybe, if you like, you keep the flex in your ankle, okay? Keep the toes reaching back for your shin, but allow the right toes to point out to the right so the outer edge of the foot drops. And then you can walk your hands over to the right. Oh, that's a nice stretch in the right outer hip and IT band. Okay, let's take a couple more breaths here. This is a good one, especially runners and cyclists. You're gonna feel this one. All right, this one is gonna be hard for me to say goodbye to. But for our purposes today, let's move back through. So you can walk those hands back to center, pointing those right toes up at the sky again. And let's come out through our lunge. So drop your hands under your shoulders, bend into the right knee again. Let's come out through a 3-leg dog. So with your inhale, right leg in the sky. Okay, maybe just for funsies, we bend that right knee and point the toes to the left for a scorpion pose. Make sure that in your scorpion, you're pointing your tailbone straight away from your head. Okay, as you're ready, set that foot down, downward facing dog. Take a big breath here and shake it off. Okay, let's do the other side. Everything the same. It should be familiar. But feel free to take breaks if you need them. Slow it down if you need to, okay? With your inhale here, left leg up in the sky. Lift the heel, point the toes down. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Scooch it up. Inhale, left foot in the sky. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Tuck it in. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale to the right elbow. Tuck, tuck, tuck it up. Inhale, send it up. One last time. Exhale, forward to the lunge. Drop the left foot outside the left hand. Back knee up or down. Your choice, okay? But come up on your fingertips so we have a lot of space. And we're going to start to rock the hips back and forth. So remember, we want a really nice little dorsiflex in this left ankle. That's going to give you that calf stretch. I mean, we might as well get it while we're here, right? Start to notice the left hamstring, the right hip flexor. Notice how they feel, okay? They're gonna talk to you here. And you're gonna listen. That's the beautiful thing about yoga. We can listen to our body. Okay. So let's drop the back knee now, just for stability, okay? And then pull back on the hips once more. Hold it right here. We're in this Arta Hanumanasana, this half split, okay? Simply opening up the back of the left leg. So hands under shoulders, come up on your fingertips so that your spine can be really long, okay, and relaxed. And if you need to cultivate length in your spine by bending your left knee, you will, okay, as much or as little as you like. But start to really cultivate pulling back on that left hip. Really pull back on the left, really pull forward on the right hip. Okay, finding some nice space on the inside maybe, and definitely the back and outside of the left leg. So we're going to, now that we've settled into this shape a little bit, we're going to meet that same challenge that we met on the other side. Okay, feel free to make it a very gentle challenge for you or make it a spicy challenge, but the way to modify that challenge level is simply by bringing your hands and your front leg back towards the stabilizing knee, okay? And then maybe it's possible to lift the heel or at least be more comfortable attempting to lift it. So feel free to modify any of that. Okay, and if it doesn't leave the floor, no problem. Just send the command anyway. Here we go. Okay, take a big breath in, kicking that heel down into the floor, pulling back on the left hip. As you exhale, try to kick that toe up towards you. Hold it. Inhale, release downward and kick the floor as you point your tailbone back. Exhale, kick it up again. Nice and easy. Kick it up. Hold it. Once more. Inhale, kick down. Last time. Exhale, kick it up. Now hold and breathe in your shape. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Set the heel down. Pull back on that hip and just enjoy that stretch in the back of the leg here. Okay, bend the knee more to make it gentle. Now we can get into this, the outside of the leg more if we drop the outer edge of the left foot here. Okay, you can walk the hands out to the left and get into that IT band and outer hip on that side. This is one of those, definitely one of those postures where you'll notice the differences between the two sides. Our legs are really so asymmetrical. We use them so much. And they absorb all of our patterns. Okay, taking your last breath in this twisted half split. And we'll bring it back to center here, walking the hands back through. Okay, coming back to a lunge with the front knee bending, hands under shoulders, back to your lunge, okay? Let's come out through a 3-leg dog again. With your inhale, 3-leg dog, left leg in the sky. Stretch it out, 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 out. Maybe even bend the left knee and point the toes to the right. Okay, make sure to point your tailbone away from you. And then we're gonna let it go. Okay, all feet down, downward facing dog. Okay, come forward here to a plank, a little more back extension, kind of playing around with back strength, okay? And remember the thing with the knees, okay, dropping the knees and bending the elbows in toward the ribs. Do that now. So come hover heart down between your thumbs and inhale, press it back up to your plank. So you can do this with the knees up or down. Okay, exhale, elbows in, heart low, look forward. Inhale up. Let's do one more, okay? Exhale, hover that heart. And then let it go all the way to the floor. Again, drop your head. Take a moment, resting on the earth. Notice how you feel. Okay, a little bit more back strength coming your way, using that beautiful back. Okay, you may need to scoot yourself a little on your mat here because we're going to take the arms out in front. Okay, long arms again. And then think of pointing your tailbone down at the ground here so that your lower back is very, very safe. Okay, and you're protecting your lower back with the muscles of your lower belly. So you can do that best by pointing your tailbone down, thinking of lifting the belly up. Okay, once your low back is safe, you can lift your nose if it feels okay, looking down. You can lift your legs and your arms. So we're gonna think of a swimming movement here, where you lift your right arm and your left leg. Think of lifting them up, 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 and stretching them really long. Keep breathing. Bring them back to rest with the others. So you can keep the arms and legs at a hover, or you can keep them on the ground. Yogi's choice. Let's do left arm and right leg. Send them up, reach, 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 reach. And bring them back to rest with the others. Now let's do them all. Reach up, 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 up. And back down. Okay, now let's do that breath by breath. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, level. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, level. Inhale, all arms, all legs. Exhale, level. We're gonna do it one more time, okay? Inhale, right, left. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, all arms, all legs. Hold and breathe. If you like here, sweep your hands behind your back. You can join your hands here and stretch out your shoulders as we breathe. Think of lifting the elbows, lifting the back of your neck, and lifting your feet. Big back strength here. One more breath. Okay, let it go. Release your shape. Release your hands back to the floor under your shoulders. Tuck your toes here. Come up through hands and knees. Okay, after we activate the back like that, it's always very important to activate the core a little bit to kind of neutralize and balance. So just a little moment of that here. Tuck your toes and just hover your knees. So notice right away, as soon as your core and your abs kicked in, you might have felt an instantaneous tiny stretch in your back muscles. That's the kind of balance we're looking for. Pull your knees slightly toward each other for 3 more breaths. Neutralizing any back tension for 2 more breaths. 1 more. Okay, set the knees down. Okay, here's our reward for so much hard work today. Keep the hips over the shoulders, okay? Start to walk the hands out in front of you and maybe even a little bit out to the side, okay? Maybe off the mat would be nice today. Go ahead and drop that head and take a moment in your puppy pose, your open heart Hanumanasana pose. Breathing here, releasing all that front body, armpit, flesh, and the chest all to the floor. Okay, close your eyes. For some folks, it's more comfortable to keep the forehead down. For some folks, it's comfortable to drop the chin, okay? But I want you to take a few more breaths here. Think of lifting your belly muscles up so that you can drop your heart down. Some folks even like to put their hands together and bend their elbows here. Kind of gets more into the backs of your arms. How about one more big breath here? Okay, as you're ready to extract yourself, come out slowly. You can start walking your hands back in towards your knees. Okay, what a great stretch for the whole heart and chest. Okay, as you're ready, we're going to come on back to a seat. So you can sit your hips to one side. swing your legs around. Okay, and then once again, that was a nice upper back bend that we just played around with. So let's balance that with a nice little fold. Okay, a little soft bend in your knees here. You can think of just sliding your hands down towards your feet, just as far as you want to fold. And just take a moment in this very soft, maybe even a big bend in your knees, a very soft fold. Let your neck remain as long as you can keep it in this rounded spine. So we're thinking of rounding with length, yeah, controlling that round. And then as you're ready, we're gonna do a few rolls up and down, just moving that front and back body very fluidly. So feel free to keep the knees really bent or extend them more as you please. But with your inhale, we're gonna think of rolling up to a seat, okay? And then feeling that long round in the spine as the tailbone curls to point at the toes. And we roll all the way down, okay? So all the way stretched out when you come down. And you can even take it a step further if you like. Okay, I like to extend the spine a little more. And you can think of lifting your glutes and your back off the floor. Okay. And then we're going to pair that with our fold. So of course, we're going to exhale as we roll it up to a fold. Bending the knees if you need to. Okay, only reaching as far as you like, but get a nice fold time. So we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, roll it back to that stretched out long shape. Maybe even lifting your glutes. Then exhale, roll it into your fold. Maybe we do that 2 more times, okay? 2 more. And it's also nice to just come down halfway if you like. Sometimes that's a nice modification, just to go halfway down. 1 more. Roll it back. And 1 more time, roll it forward. Okay, now this one, do hold for a while, okay? Bend the knees as much as you like, okay? Even if you can extend your knees, do put a little micro bend in them. And then we'll take some time in this fold. So settle in, close your eyes. I want you to have a long spine, of course, and a little bit of activity in the legs. Think of the legs being active, 100%, pushing the floor away just a little bit. Think of moving the heart forward towards your feet as you breathe. And the more you can breathe into the back of your body here, the back of your ribs, the low back, your sacrum, the backs of your legs. Think of all of that space just spreading open. What a lovely fold. Maybe 1 more big breath here. Okay, as you're ready, roll yourself up and out just the way we did before. All the same, rolling that spine all the way down. Okay, once you land, I think this is a really good time for a shoulder stand, okay? And so feel free to stop at any point on the spectrum of shoulder stand, and feel free to skip it, okay? But don't think that you necessarily have to have your legs all the way up in there to make it effective. So I'll kind of walk it through. So it's, I feel like some people get intimidated by shoulder stand. So don't be intimidated. Okay, just bring your feet in by your hips, just like you're coming up into a bridge pose. Okay. And if you have a ponytail, you actually might want to take it out right now because it's going to be behind your head. So we want to make sure that the nose points straight up at the sky for a shoulder stand. Very important. Because if your nose starts to point at your chest, you're crunching your neck toward the ground. but we want a little bit of a healthy space behind the neck. So keep that neck space. Okay, as you're ready, you just pick your knees, you pick your feet up and use your hands pushing down to lift your hips up off the floor, bringing your knees in toward your forehead. Okay, and you can tent your hands. For some folks, this is quite enough. And this is great if you want to stay here. You can also come down and out a few times. Practicing going in and out is lovely. Okay, if you feel comfortable up here, you're going to support yourself then by bringing your hands to your low back. And you want to think of grabbing onto your lowest ribs. Just grab them tight. And there's your support. There's your pedestal. So press down into your arms, press down into the back of your head. And if it feels all right, you can extend maybe just one leg at a time. That's nice, huh? Maybe just one. Okay, trying different little shapes. You can play with it. Maybe two is good, but wherever you are, look up. Squeeze those legs toward each other. Okay, think of activating all of your strength upward like a flame. And shoulder stand has so many benefits. Okay, you're giving your body the signal to rest and repair here, showing your central nervous system that you're safe, everything's okay. Cultivating wellness. How about one more breath in your shoulder stand? Now promise me you'll come out as carefully as you can. Here's what I would do, okay? Try bringing the knees back in towards your forehead, coming out the way you came in. Hands back to the floor. Roll the spine down nice and slowly. Okay, once you land, give the knees a little twist over to one side. Okay, maybe cactus your arms here and look away from them. Nice breath in your twist. Let's do the other side. Bring the knees over to the other side. Look over your cactus arms away from your knees. Big breath here. Nice work today, yogis. Now it's time for us to rest. It's very important that we give ourselves resting time. So bring those knees back in. Go ahead and extend your legs. Extend your arms and find your Shavasana, okay? Of course, making it as comfortable as you need it to be in any way. Okay, I can recommend a few things. Tucking the shoulders really nicely under the heart and flipping the palms up feels great on your upper body. Tucking the chin slightly keeps neutral alignment in that upper spine. Okay, and letting the heels really flop in and the toes flop out. Try what works. Okay, in your Shavasana, you really do get to rest. You're no longer controlling the breath or the body. You're just allowing yourself to be. Okay, feel your body relaxing with each breath. Okay, experience the moment that is unfolding all around you. Notice the sensations in your environment and your body. So of course, rest like this for as long as you can. The longer, the better. Thanks so much for practicing with me.